Although racism and discrimination has existed throughout many civilizations, the nature of systemic and institutionalized racism in the modern world remains a serious challenge for all of us. Is there a way to harness the power of technology to disestablish those racist frameworks?
Institutional racism is definitely a big problem, but I don't think that technology is the solution to this particular problem. Human societies face generally two different kinds of problems. Some problems result from objective causes, things that don't depend on human beliefs. If you think about an epidemic like COVID-19, it's caused by a virus. And the virus exists outside our minds. It exists whether people believe in it or not. And technology is good, quite good, at solving these kinds of objective problems. You can invent a vaccine, eliminate the virus, and thereby overcome the epidemic. But there is a second kind of problems. Problems which are caused by imaginary things, by fictions. And racism is such a problem. Racism is not caused by a virus. People do infect each other with racism, but they do it by telling fictional stories, not by sneezing and passing the virus. Racism is rooted in fictional stories that exist in our imagination. And there is nothing outside our own minds which forces humans to be racist. So unless you invent a technology to control minds, there isn't a technological way to destroy the deep source of racism. And I guess even if you invent a technology to control minds, this will obviously be very dangerous because somebody could use it to increase racism instead of to eliminate it. We just need to think about, say, how the Nazis used the mind-controlling technology of mass media to realize how dangerous it is. Now, all this doesn't mean that we can't solve racism. We can and we should. But the solution would come from exploring and developing our minds and our institutions and our societies, and not from inventing some technological gadget. Racism is our mess. We created this mess and we need to clean it ourselves, instead of outsourcing the job to a computer.